Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to the first episode of the Fatman and Chill podcast, your entertainment podcast where we go over things that we're watching, new movies that are out, if we get to it, and just generally some, pretty much, sorry about that, pretty much anything entertainment wise that we find uh, entertaining or whatever, and yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, uh, getting started, we're gonna start off this new show with a. What have you been watching lately, Thee?
Uh, Mix of shows, mainly animated stuff like Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, Archer, Futurama.
So
You
yeah,
know, just stuff like that.
just the typical TV stuff. Yeah. Um. Yeah, for me, I really haven't been watching too much other than the assigned homework that we've been doing. I have been watching the One Piece on Netflix, the live action show, which is what this episode is going to be about primarily. Been dabbling back and forth with the wrestling stuff, hit and miss on that. I'm watching a little bit. I watched a last night. There was a mixed martial arts show on last night. Amateur fights, pretty much. And if those of you who haven't noticed, and Z, feel free to throw in some WWE stuff if you want after this. Uh, CM Punk was doing guest commentary on a cage fighting show, and he dropped a hint that CM Punk might be returning to WWE soon, even taking a shot at Cody Rhodes in the segment. Super interesting. If those of you don't know me know that I am a huge fan of CM Punk. I think he really is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I'm happy that he was like AEW. Not happy about how he left AEW. Um, but there's looks like we're going to have a chance to see him back where he belongs in the WWE, which would then make me be a more of a watcher. And hopefully, he's the one that can end the streak for Roman Reigns because I am so tired of the Roman Reigns bullshit. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so that was my little wrestling insight. So you got anything else to add from? I know you watched both SmackDown and Raw this week, so you got anything you want to throw in there wrestling?
Yeah. So, Monday Night Raw wasn't really all that
I'm
interesting.
gonna take a quick break. Go ahead and fill everybody in on what you need. I need to go do something real quick. But
So Monday Night Raw wasn't all that exciting. You know, SmackDown, however, SmackDown was. We saw the return of Pat McAfee and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And, it's funny too because, Pat McAfee did an interview for his show, uh, earlier yesterday, and, The Rock was on and he said about how WrestleMania 40 was actually supposed to be him versus Roman, and they just couldn't figure out how to make it work. it had it was mainly due to the storytelling they wanted to go for. They didn't want it to end Roman's story, but they wanted to make it like a new beginning to Roman's story.
right,
And they just couldn't figure out a way to make that work in time.
yeah, I don't know. I like The Rock, and I was a big fan of The Rock. Yeah, I don't know if he wants to come back and wrestle anymore. And really, I know a lot of his Hollywood contracts say that he is not allowed to wrestle. I'm not sure if he has any big projects coming up, but I know that the last few projects he had have been bombed. They pretty much sucked. Black Adam being the last Rock movie I think that's been out. Was it Black Adam?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and that movie was just a dumpster fire. And it wasn't really well. I'm gonna give it The Rock. His acting was terrible in that movie. Um, Black Adam was just not a good movie. And really, Black Adam being Black Adam even in the comics and the the shows, he's really a mid character. He's not really. I think maybe the best shining light he had as a character was in the Injustice games, where he kind of actually did matter. But for me, and I know I'm gonna get the wrath from the DC fans, I just don't care for Black Adam. That movie was awful. So, um, but yeah, I went back and seen the highlights of that, and I was just like, whoa, okay, well, Rocky's back, or at least for that segment. Anything else?
No,
No. Okay.
not really.
So yeah, so got you the WWE rumor, and Z highlighted you on his WWE stuff. Um, so yeah, I mean, going like forward, like stuff that I want to see. I know next month. I think it's the 27th or late in the 20s of next month. A Five Nights at Freddy's movie comes out, and I am so excited. I want to see that. I am a big fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's games. Um, I can't wait for this movie. It's got a pretty decent cast. Uh, hey, it's got a pretty decent cast. And then the good thing is too, I don't have to go to the theater to see it because most people know that I do not like going to movie theaters. I don't like being trapped in a room with a bunch of strangers. More often than not, I always get sat next to the person that doesn't know how to shut up. So it's going to be streaming on, I believe, Peacock. So that's awesome for me, and I can't wait to see that. Um, and then there's a couple other things that are coming out that I want to see, so we'll get to that. Z, anything you want to see coming up, or anything you're looking forward to seeing on TV that's not out yet? Um,
Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie is one, obviously,
go get her.
and I'm also looking forward to some of the horror movies that are getting done. Uh, you
Yeah,
know, you know, but with the Hollywood strike going on right now, more and more of them joining up with the writers.
she went inside. Yeah, the
You
Hollywood
know,
strike thing. I don't know. I don't see. I don't see a resolution coming out of that both sides are gonna like. I do think that the studios do need to treat and pay fairly, uh, the stuff like that. At the same time, and I know it's messed up, and I know I'm not seeing the full picture, but at the same time, I find it really hard to feel sorry for people who make 3 times the average salary of a normal person. And I just have a hard time siding with the actors and all that. Like, I really, honestly, I could care two F's about the actors. The writers, on the other hand, I do think probably get the raw end of the deal, and they should be um, given more of the royalties and all that stuff put in for the work that they put in. Because I was hearing that once a show hits Netflix, and after that first initial big bang that it can have, that's pretty much it for the writers and the people that are involved in the show. After that, it's pretty much Netflix gains every penny after that. Um, so yeah, um, but yeah, like I said, I just have a hard time siding with the actors. I mean, if the actors really cared, they could come up with a solution where so much of a percentage of the money they make goes to the writers or whatever. But they're not going to do that. So
yeah.
yeah. So
Sorry, I just had to take some ibuprofen. My back is killing me.
sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah. So moving on. Let's see. All right. So moving on to the main topic of the show. It is One Piece. we're gonna scale. We're gonna do the regular traditional 1 out of 5 scale. We're gonna do it at the end though. And let's not do any points in this. Let's just give it a solid 1 through 5, no decimals. Um, so we start off episode 1 of One Piece. It starts off with, I took some notes here, guys. Hold on one second. Gold Roger, the Pirate King, executed. So Gold Roger, he is the Pirate King at the time. He's being tried and ultimately punished for, I don't remember, did it say why he was being, was it just that he was just the Pirate King and they finally got him, or was it more?
Yeah, it was because he was the Pirate King.
Okay. Yeah, so they executed him, and at the time of the execution, they all are basically telling him they I think at one point it's hinted that if he tells them where the treasure's at, they may let him go. Um, he flat out refuses. He laughs at this, and he's just like, no. And he comes up with this big speech saying that if you want the One Piece, which is the treasure, go find it. Blah blah blah. Um, so So yeah, so then it goes. They execute him, and ultimately he takes the location to his treasure, to the grave with him. I thought the very beginning of the episode was phenomenal. The acting was really good. I'm gonna straight up tell you the truth. I had no hopes for this show. I thought it was going to be a joke. I even hesitated on making this one a topic because I don't like the One Piece anime. It's just too long. It's too goofy. Um, and I thought this is going to be a waste of time, but you'll be surprised. Let's see. After that, it opens up with a ship battle. The pirates are taking over a ship, raiding the ship, looking for things. Doesn't say what. I guess they were being pirates. They were just stealing stuff. Then you come to find out that the ship is led by the Captain Pirate Vito. Really the ugliest, fattest pirate you could think of. And guys, and yeah, it was funny. So, what did you think about the first 10 minutes of this episode? Z, try to talk as long as you can. I gotta put these guys down.
Yeah. So the first episode, the One Piece episode, I watched the anime prior. I used to watch the anime a lot. So, sorry. But yeah, no, the live action one, it kept really to the source material. I was actually genuinely surprised by that. Uh, by how like close the how close the source material was from the anime to the live action.
Yeah, yeah. So I the first 10 minutes of the episode really got me. I was just kind of like, okay, there might be something here. I still think a lot of the character designs are really goofy. They're really stupid, and I'm not. I I'll open up about that in a second. Let's see. Next was uh oh yeah. So after they take the ship and take all the stuff from the ship, then you're introduced into the next main character of the show, who is named Kobe. Kobe is a Trunks ripoff. I don't.
Hold on. Yeah, you went robot voice again.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. All right, how about now?
And I don't hear anything.
Is it going still? How about now? Still no mic?
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear my mic at all?
Yeah, I lost audio. That's weird.
Oh man, lost that. Keep talking.
Okay. So I have Spotify audio, but I don't have Discord.
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, guys. I mean, it's still robot voice, but we're having technical difficulties right now. Um, trying to fix
I'm
it.
gonna start my Discord. Hold up.
Okay. Z will be back after these messages. So, anyways, I don't know if you can hear me over the robot voice. If it's robot voice, I apologize. I don't know. Obi is new to me still, so it's not necessarily working all that great. Um,
There we go.
anyways, is it still robot voice?
Yeah, it's still doing the robot voice on my end.
Oh man. Okay, hold on, guys. I need to. Get, uh, still robot voice. Still robot voice.
No.
Okay. It's my mic. That thing's no good. It's the cord on it is broken. All right. Let me hold on. Let me make sure I got these filters on. Okay, filters are on. Okay. Anyways, they introduced Kobe. Kobe is a generic Trunks. I do not like this character. This character is a giant baby. Um, I don't like the actor that portrayed him. I don't think the actor was very good. No offense to him. Show wasn't made for 5-star acting. Um, he's really a missable character. I know I'm gonna upset some One Piece fans, but I really don't care. He explains. Or no, he's down in the bottom of the ship cleaning up something or looking for something. He hops onto or he finds a barrel that Luffy jumped into prior to this. I forgot. I skipped all that. Um, he then meets Luffy, and Luffy explains to him why he's there. Uh, Kobe explains why he hates pirates. That he's a slave and trapped to Alvida, and all he wants to do is get away, but nobody escapes Alvida. Not even the refrigerator. Um, then they go upstairs to try to help Luffy get a lifeboat to get off the ship. They unfortunately make a bunch of noise. Alvidas wakes up and a fight ensues, and then you get to see Luffy's power for the first time, which is basically the ability to stretch his limbs into incredible lengths. He gets shot in the chest, and then the bullet bounces off due to him being made of rubber. Um, he pretty much beats Alvida, knocks her into the ocean, and then they go about their merry way. Um, and it's then after that he explains how he got the power by eating the gum gum fruit uh, against his mentor's wishes, who is Captain. What was his name? Um, Captain. I don't remember. Captain something. Um, Shanks. Captain Shanks. And then that story pursues about how Luffy and Captain Shanks became a thing, how Shanks and that. Then you're introduced to, or actually, before we go into the next part, so what do you think about the introduction to Kobe and Luffy's explanation of the gum gum fruit and all that? See,
Really good. I liked it.
yeah, it was actually it's really the show is really good. I just don't like certain characters, so I thought Alvida was pretty cool. I thought she was obnoxious. So I was kind of glad that he knocked her into the ocean. She was annoying. Um, okay, so then after that, we're introduced into Zoro, or I think his name was Zoro or Zora. I don't know. I have it written down, but I'm not 100%. I think it was Zoro, right?
Yeah.
Zoro. Yeah. it introduces Zoro, who is one of later on one of Luffy's cohorts, one of his partners. Uh, Even though he refuses to be, he's introduced by looks like some kind of a contract negotiation between him and a Mr. Seven. Mr. Seven tells him that he's got an opportunity for him. Zoro refuses. A fight ensues, and Mr. Seven is quickly dealt with. Now I have to go and tell you, this fight scene was awesome. This fight scene was incredible. The guy who's playing Zora, hands down the best character in the show right now. Um, the way that he fights with the swords, the martial arts style, um, it's just he's like hands down one of my favorite parts of the show in episode one. Um, and I thought that was pretty cool. What'd you think about that fight scene?
Honestly, it was a really good fight. Like the choreography on it was really good.
Yeah. Um, so he quickly dispels of Mr. Seven. Then it goes on to let's see. Kobe gives, and it goes back to Kobe and Luffy. They're sailing in the lifeboat, and they're pretty much talking about things that they want to do. Luffy being wants to be the king of the pirates and find the One Piece. Kobe wants to be a marine. Uh, Luffy tells him he's going to help him in his journey to become a marine by breaking into the base and then making it so that Kobe can join the Marines. Um, Kobe agrees. Um, then they get to the Marine base and they're introduced to another character. I believe her name is Nami. Um, she
Yes,
is,
Nami.
yeah, she is really badass too. Her and Zora are like my two favorite characters. She is introduced. She's a thief. She's very cunning. Uh, every scene she was in, I found myself just being amazed by the acting and really how well she portrayed the character. Um, but we're introduced to them at the Marine base. They're in the base. They're looking for a map. The map leads to the Grand Line, which is where to be the location of the One Piece is. Um, then a fight breaks out in the bar that they're all at, where Zora is uh, basically harassed by the Marines that he was hired for. They tell him that they didn't take him to their leader, Captain Morgan. Morgan then tells him that he has either he can die or they'll put him in jail for 7 days, which is basically strung out in the yard to hang with no food or water for 7 days. To which Zora replies, "Good, he'll do that because he could use a 7 day break." Um, but before that, we're introduced to Captain. Was it his son, the annoying blonde douche?
The that one preppy marine.
Yeah, the long-haired douche. I call him. I have him written down as blonde d-bag.
Yep, that's his son.
All right, so we're introducing the Morgan son. He's really annoying. If honestly, if you think of the richest, most obnoxious person in the world, that's him. Um, he's full of himself when really he's just a giant wimp. He challenges Zora to a fight and ultimately loses. I don't really think they fight more than it's just a wit of words. Uh, Zora, the reason why Zora got into it to him because one of the Marines knocked down a plate of food that was being offered to him by a little girl in the bar, and that's how where that goes. Zora is then taken to the yard, strung up. The blonde D-bag, Morgan's son, is then basically the weirdest scene in the show so far. He's ass naked in his room playing with Zora's swords. Thinks he's cool. Obviously, he's not. Luffy and Nami are now in the hallways of the Marine base. They pretty much trick Captain Morgan believing that they're transferring Luffy to a jail cell and manage to sneak into his office and are looking for maps. We'll stop right there. Z, what did you think about all that? And then do you have anything that you want to throw in on there?
The fact that like the work they put in to make Captain Morgan like actually work because like in the cartoon, like in the anime, it kind of it doesn't look as weird, but when you go live action with it, Captain Morgan just with the Iron Giant jaw
Yeah.
and
No,
Max Man.
now I really was digging Captain Morgan's look. I thought they really because I went and looked at his profile in the anime and some books and stuff or online, and yeah, I really dig how they were able to pretty much transfer everything over from anime to live action. He looked really cool, and the scenes that he was in, they were really good. I thought the character portraying him did a really good job. But honestly, the only thing about him is I never felt threatened by him. Like how you're
No,
watching a show and you think, oh man, that guy's a bad guy. Like I'm pretty sure that guy would jack me up in real life. Um, I never got that impression from Morgan. So, but I really do. I dig his design. I thought the scenes that he was in were really good, but I just never felt threatened by him. Um, then it skips to Luffy. Or actually, before all that, sorry guys, before all that, Luffy ends up in the yard before he meets Nami in the jail. He breaks Zora out of the yard by untying him, tells him that he's going about his way, maybe he should join him. Zora says no, he hates pirates, he'll never join a pirate. They go their own ways, and everything we explained before happens. Um, Come to find out now, after Naked D-Bag Boy is playing with his sword, Zora shows up in his room, and all hell breaks loose. Uh, After that, we're treated then to the prison yard where a big fight breaks out between the prison guards and the three heroes. Captain Morgan joins in, and it leads to one of the greatest fight scenes in the entire episode when Nami beating up guards, and then Luffy and Zoro tag teaming Captain Morgan. And man, that fight scene with Luffy and the thing about that, I really thought that the gum gum fruit power or whatever, the rubber man stuff, I thought it was gonna be so stupid looking and all, and really it is kind of jarring. It is kind of, but I feel like they're nailing it. Like they're doing it just right. It's not too much, and it is the CGI is somewhat kind of bad, but it's still joyful enough to where you're not like, oh, okay, you kind of let it go. But the fight scene with all three of them and then the other two fighting Captain Morgan, I thought was some of the best choreography in the show. I really dug it. That fight was really good. Um, and like I said, Zora, hands down, best character in the show right now. Um, uh, so yeah. So what'd you think about that prison fight scene? Me?
it was really interesting. You know, again, like their choreography on the fight scenes are just phenomenal. The CGI when it comes to Luffy's powers, you know, why yeah they look kind of goofy. That's yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so with Luffy's powers, they're meant to be goofy because, as people know, gearing up for the latest edition of Luffy's journey in the anime and in the manga is Gear 5, and it's his
Yeah.
goofiest form yet. It's just pretty much like a big old joke
Yeah,
to him.
that's later on in the current stuff, but this clearly takes place way prior to the beginning. Um, so yeah, so they're into the fight. They win. They beat Morgan. Luffy then asks the two heroes, Nami and Zora, to join him. They refuse. They escape with the safe that has the maps in it. Um, they're now on their next adventure. This show comes to an end with the Marine Guards calling, uh, I guess the big chief, telling him that the map has been stolen. They look freaked out and they move real quick. They stop whatever they're doing, and they're now hell bent on trying to get that map back. And then we close out the episode with a new enemy or a pirate. He looks like a clown. I called him One Piece Kefka. If you don't know who Kefka is the clown from Final Fantasy. I think it was six. Or maybe
He gives me more of like a Joker vibe.
yeah, almost. But I really didn't want to give him the Joker mantle because Joker's awesome. I don't know what this guy's gonna be like. He goes by the name of Captain Buggy. Uh, and that's how we end episode one. Honestly, he looks really cool. I'll give him that. I do know a little bit about him, his powers. He has the ability to throw his limbs at people. Kind of weird. I haven't seen episode two yet, so I don't know how that's gonna go. So yeah, I overall I thought the episode was pretty great. I thought the choreography and cinematography were really good. I thought the characters, all but two, were really good. I really like where the show is going so far. I never thought I'd be a fan of One Piece, but here I am finding myself liking the show. Again, we'll go over my negatives. My negatives were Alvida. I thought she was annoying, but I understand she's a bad guy, so it is what it is. Uh, really, my other bad take on it was Alvida, or was it Kobe? I can't stand
A little
Kobe.
bit
I
of
hope
audio issue. Just
another audio
go
again.
talking while I take care of it.
Okay. The other thing that I didn't like about the show is Kobe. I really cannot stand Kobe. I think he's a mid character. I hope we never see him again. Um, no offense to the kid playing him. I just character's just lame. Everything about him, like I said, he's like a dollar store Trunks. He had the Trunks look. Uh, and yeah, I just wasn't. Every time he was in there, I just found myself rolling my eyes or yawning because he's just boring. Um, and let's see, other negatives were the blonde D-bag. That guy was really annoying, but in a good way because they really hit what they needed to hit with that as you hating him. And yeah, I really did hate him. Um, and that was pretty much it. So, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and give my rating for the show, and I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I think maybe had Kobe not been so lame and Lita not maybe more vicious and less annoying, maybe would have almost gave it a 5. But I'm really satisfied with where it went. I'm excited to see episode two. Um, yeah, cool. So yeah, so that's a 4 out of 5 for me. What are you giving it, Z? Oh wait, Z froze. She's not here anymore. Oh, okay. So anyways, I'll wait for Z to get back. I don't know what's going on his end. We're having all kinds of issues tonight. Let's see. So yeah, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I really digged it. I thought it was a great episode. I'm really starting to like the One Piece. Maybe the live action show is going to be enough for me because I really don't want to watch 1,400 episodes of the anime. It sounds like a chore. Um, so yeah, I really dug it. Thought it was a great episode. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Z, are you back yet? Nope, it's not back yet. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, so I'll wait for Z to come back and then he'll give his review on it. But while we're out, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. We're planning to make it a regular entertainment side of things. We'll discuss things back and forth on what we want to do as far as reviewing things. I don't know if we're going to continue with the One Piece, but I just wanted to kind of throw it out there. Maybe I'll do it solo because I'm not sure if Z wants to keep going. If he does, we'll watch episode two, take our notes, and discuss it. I was kind of thinking we should do The Last of Us. That would be a really great one, even though I've seen it already. I don't know if Z has seen The Last of Us, but that would be a good one for us to review. And then some current things, like I said, movies and stuff like that. Five Nights at Freddy's coming out and all that stuff. So, are you back, Z?
Yep, sorry, just a bit of audio issues on my end. It kept cutting out. I think I got it fixed now.
Yeah, okay, no worries. So I gave One Piece a 4 out of 5. Give us your positives for the show, give us your negatives, and then give us your rank.
Well, I've only seen I've seen two episodes so far.
Oh, so you have
So
watched two. Okay, okay.
yeah, the clown guy and all. Um,
I gotta
I'd
watch
ha-
two.
the what I like. It's a really good show. It's really close to the original source material from the anime. It's not that bad. You know, the last few that they've done that Netflix has done, have been a train wreck. You know,
Mhm.
uh, so this was a very nice surprise for me that they actually got one right.
Hold on, let me pause you right quick. I will say they have gotten some wrong. Netflix, Death Note was mid, but I refuse to accept Cowboy Bebop was a failure. That show was really good. I thought they did a good job on the Cowboy Bebop. The only thing I didn't like was Faye's character. I thought they went a little overboard on Faye. I think that was a lot of the fans' reaction was that she was just not Faye from Cowboy Bebop. I understand they're not trying to nail 100% of the show, but they should have kept it more true to her. And then it sucked because we got introduced to Ed at the end, and then they canceled the show, so we'll never know where that goes. But I thought everybody except Faye's character was phenomenal in Cowboy Bebop. But anyway, sorry. Go back to your review.
Yeah, and so far I don't hate anything of it. Nothing's really tearing me away from it yet. Uh, as I look at more episodes, maybe I'll come up with something if some doesn't really fall within my line.
Right.
Uh, so for me, I'd have to rate it a 4.5.
Okay. 4.5. I said no decimals. Okay, that's all right. We'll do 4.5. That's actually pretty strong. So I gave it a full four. He gave it a 4.5. So overall, we're gonna give it a 4.5. Um, yeah, there you go, guys. 4.5 out of 5. Not bad for One Piece, especially coming from a show that we both had really no knowledge about, other than the little brief little things you get here and there. But yeah, so really, like I said, I dug the episode. Only a couple things I didn't like. Z thought both episodes were pretty good so far. I'll have to go watch two now, so we can do one. I can do two. We can do episode two discussion. We'll do other shows. You want to review The Last of Us?
Uh, I would, but we don't have HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Anyway, it's probably already been done 100 times anyways. But we'll figure it out, guys. Well, next episode probably we'll kind of brief episode two of One Piece. We'll do some random discussions on the wrestling stuff. Um, and we'll do just other things that we're watching. These shows will typically be a little bit shorter. We're running at 38 minutes right now, so we'll probably go between 30 and 40 minutes top. But yeah, this was the first episode of the Fatman and Chill. Uh, Let us know what you guys think. Leave us a like, leave us comments, get us to 500 subs. 500 subs wins a current console of this generation. I'll go over it again. Steam Deck, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series console. Your choice of S or X. It's gonna hurt my wallet, but I want to do it for you guys. Um, so yeah, get us to 500 subs. Get us so that we can become a YouTube partner uh, and help us beat these other YouTube channels that I have rivalries with. Uh, except for Mike Tendo, that guy's awesome. Gotta get a hold of him. I think I already did. I gotta yeah, some stuff going on. But anyways, guys, welcome. Thank you for watching this episode. It's been fun. Uh, look forward to the next episode. Uh, I'll start doing some more WWE stuff so that we can get some more details on that going. Yeah. So until next time, Batman Nation. See you on the next one. See you. Peace out.
See you guys later.